Vibration is an energy, is the energy you, and we are talking vibrations within you. So it's an energy, it's that status of lightness, positivity, is that feeling of being on a cloud nine. Hi guys, welcome to the Open Hearts podcast. This week I will be talking about raising your vibration. So have a comfortable seat if you can, as we always start with a little exercise. And I would like you to, maybe a cross-legged seated position, or maybe on your knees, or if you're walking, just maybe adopt a more kind of gentle and calm walk. So you can focus on what we will be doing and saying. And close your eyes. See how you feel today in your body, physically. Listen to the noises around you, those that are close to you in that room around you, and the noises that are slightly further around. Start to deepen your inhale and exhale, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And while you keep breathing in and out, see how you feel. See how you feel in that body, but see how you feel mentally today as well. What is going on in your mind? How maybe your feeling physically might be different from how you feel in your mind, and how both elements react and work together. And maybe you can work on that detachment from one to the other. Then I would like you to focus on what you're seeing when you have closed your eyes, if you can. Behind your eyelids, can you see a color? And without thinking much, which color can you see? Which color is looking to you appealing today? Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Gently blink your eyes, open your eyes. And keep that color in your mind as we go through this podcast today. And the theme today is vibration. So what is a vibration? A vibration is an energy, is the energy you, and we are talking vibrations within you. So it's an energy, it's that status of lightness, positivity, is that feeling of being on a cloud nine, as we say in the UK, is that self-awareness of your feelings, your emotions, of your thoughts. It's that status of being in a little bubble. And I love this. It's being able to listen to your soul. It's being able to tune in to your own frequency. And we all have vibrations, but we are not all aware that they exist, that they are within us. So today I will be not just explaining you what is a vibration, but how can you actually understand, how can it become really natural to you to understand which vibration are you on and how you can shift it, which to me is the most important thing. So beyond that energy, that status of bubble, that lightness, that positivity, you usually kind of see that vibration by how you do things. And that's so easy to see, just how someone walks in the street, how you serve your tea, how you sip your favorite beverage, how you're writing something in your computer, how you're writing an email to your boss. How do you respond on the phone to someone? So how do you do things? How you hug a friend when you see him? How you even look at someone? Have you watched, and actually I would suggest you to watch someone talking or walking, but muting the noises around. So if someone is talking to you, maybe not to you, otherwise it will be maybe a bit rude, but maybe you can watch someone talking to someone else in a conversation. And if you mute what they are saying, how do you just observe them? And which emotions, which status, how do you feel their vibrations are? And that's an interesting exercise. I sometimes do that in the middle of meetings, just to kind of understand how people are feeling today. And it's really interesting, because then you can as well adapt your way of being with them. So you see those vibrations by how you do things, and we've seen that, by what people come to you, by what will they ask you, by how people talk to you as well. Because they will talk to you in a way, not just because they are in a specific vibration, but because you are as well in a specific vibration. You irradiate some kind of vibrations, energies. So all that has an influence on how you talk with people, how you react to things. And ultimately, by what attracts you, by what comes to you in life, and by what you attract. And again, here we are really touching in a specific point that maybe we'll go to a later podcast, but it's the law of attraction, which is very much correlated with vibrations. So by what you attract is based on the vibrations you are on, by the frequency that you are tuning in and behaving, acting, thinking, because ultimately everything is correlated. So there are plenty of examples, and we'll go through now a few ways of actually change your vibration. And not just change to a more positive or a more negative. I think it's really important that we acknowledge our vibrations. We acknowledge how we feel. But not just about how we feel physically. That's exactly what I'm trying to identify and show you. It's how you feel intrinsically, inside you, within you. Physically, in your mind, how things work in your mind, how your body has an influence in your mind, and vice versa. And ultimately, you have these kind of shades that bubble around you, that irradiate some kind of feelings, emotions, thoughts, some sensations to the others. And, there is a few things related to the body that you can do that will kind of change your frequency, that you will impact your vibrations. Well, there is one which is a power pose. So every time, when I have like a really tough meeting, or I know that I need to show up as a kind of a boss babe woman, it's those kind of meetings you need to be really, you're activating your masculine energy, being really powerful, accurate on how you communicate, really determined. So I go to my room and I do a power pose. And there are plenty of them, but I just do a power pose where I feel, I open my arms, place my hands on my hips, really sink and root my feet on the ground, elongate my spine towards the sky, have my chin up, and kind of set myself to be, I'm here. I am sure about what I'm going to say. I believe in my purpose. I believe in what I'm doing, and it's going to be great. And how you do those little poses, it seems nothing, but it kind of can transform everything. Because then you kind of step in that meeting, even though it's a virtual meeting, but you step in that meeting in a totally different way. You can still relate it to the body, activate those vibrations by doing face yoga. So, kind of massaging your face with washa, with oils, really kind of tailoring your face, customizing everything around your face with your fingers. And you will work on your envelope, as I say. You will work on that body that will ultimately give you those amazing feelings, that will make you feel relaxed, that will make you feel at best, that will make you feel your face will be shining, relaxed, your jaw will be completely lifted, everything will feel amazing. So you will elevate that physical vibration that will immediately impact how you feel mentally. You can, I often put a kind of a summer tune on my flat, and I just dance around randomly because I just love to dance. You can sing in your shower, or you just don't need to be in your shower to sing. I love to sing, and I don't care if I'm far away from being Beyonce, You can clear your wardrobe. You can actually, define the clothes that make you feel the best and create a best of me capsule wardrobe. We all talk about minimalism. We all talk about having less but better. But what's exactly the better? To me, it's making sure that those clothes are maybe not the most appropriate to go out or whatever, but they are the ones that make me feel the prettiest, the most powerful, the most at ease with myself, that enhance my body, but enhance my spirits as well. So why don't you have a best of me capsule wardrobe? Well, exercise to me is one very powerful tool to lift your vibration. And of course, it's related with endorphins. And of course, it's related with those whole happy hormones, even though some people will say I'm crazy about burpees, but ultimately, after the pain, you have that reward that you've done it. You've worked your ass off to actually go through every single exercise. And you just need to find again the exercise that makes you feel good. It can be dancing, it can be, a HIIT workout, it can be lifting weights, it can be just a super flowy yoga. I've been doing yoga to tune in with my feminine energy, and it's been honestly like a deep in the sea. It's been an incredible sensation on how I'm aligning my body and actually working on my mind to be completely aligned how I want to be feeling that feminine energy flowing, to be enhancing that lightness the way I walk, for example. Finally, it could be cooking, cooking your way through with spices, with ingredients like cacao, like that raise your vibration, but that as well make you feel amazing. That you can work on mindfulness eating. We've been talking through a bit slightly. We will talk through a bit probably later. But that actually engage your taste buds, that you feel, oh, there is something happening here. When we go to the category of arts, to me is a personal one that I actually feel incredible, because we sometimes think that, how could read a book be something that could lift your spirits, rise your vibration, make you feel awesome? Well, of course, it's not just a book. You will read a poem. You will maybe, have some kind of drawing, painting, but let's have a stop here. Why don't you actually lay out your, pencils and pens and just let the colors pick you before you start drawing? Just look at the colors in front of you. Which colors are actually attracting me today? Am I feeling like really attracted by reds, yellows, oranges, vibrant like colors? Or am I feeling in a very Nordic kind of color shade mood and go for grays, blacks, and very cold blues? And then honor it. Choose a mandala that you look out in internet and feel how you feel about it. Well, just choose it and feel it with the colors that you feel attracted to. Look at it. Maybe have a think or two about it when it's done. How does it make you feel? What this achievement, but as well the choices that basically they picked you. And there is this magic thing about thinking that things can pick you as well. Because we are in this era where we are so active. You go and you chase for your destiny, you chase for your results, you chase for your actions, for the perfect job, for the perfect boyfriend or girlfriend, for everything. But why sometimes can we not just sit and let things pick us as well? Because ultimately, that's what is tuning in with our inner self, with our inner frequency. I very much do yoga every single morning when I wake up. And this morning when I tuned in with my frequency, I just wanted to have breakfast, a hot beverage, and actually look out at the window. And I did it for half an hour. I literally sat on my sofa and looked out of the window, just observing. Super still. Just, there is nothing rushing around. Nothing to rush around, honestly. And how powerful is to feel that you're literally just doing what your mind and body is telling you to, and how you feel about it after. How incredible is this? Especially in times like we are living. How incredible we have the time, we have the space to do things without thinking we have so much we need to do, speak, reach out, etc. So why don't you try one of these exercises? And then we have things about our mind, like meditating. Again, it could be meditating on that color that you saw earlier today when we did that little meditation exercise. Maybe thinking, the color today is a shade of blue. I'm going to give a little Google about what does blue is correlated and linked to as emotions, as just kind of a meaning for this color. It could be chanting, and I love this because one of my favorite things is kirtans. So if you want to Google it or just have a YouTube browse about it, and it's beautiful. It's actually beautiful, and I love to do chantings. And inspirational playlists. I have a couple of playlists that I built to listen while I work, to listen while I walk. I'm loving one lately, which is from a French, website and company called Womoon, and I totally recommend you to. Breath work, sitting, and you don't need to follow anyone specifically. You could, but you could just kind of inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 4, hold your stomach empty for 2, inhale for 4, and so on, and see how it goes. Observe how your body reacts. There is no right answer. And how empowering is to understand how you feel about something. How empowering is to understand how you actually feel to specific breath work. And then something interesting is to ask your best friend about what's their favorite author, musician, painter. What's their business person? What's their favorite TED Talk? And go and have a browse, learn about them, because I'm sure you will feel very lifted to know something more about someone, but not just a random person, about someone that your loved friend loves. Ultimately, to me, there are things that I know will raise my vibration as well very quickly, which are all related to others, because ultimately I'm a people's person, so that's very personal, but it could be help someone. I just, I left a bag of granola to my friend the other day on her door, she's my neighbor, just wishing her a good week. Because I was like, ultimately, I know these are tough times for everyone. And how wonderful it is for you to arrive at your home and having a gift, super simple gift that someone left to you as just a symbolic that you've been thinking about her. It could be reaching out to someone you haven't talked in ages, in years. How beautiful it is to actually just, hey, I've been thinking about you. How are you? Don't you feel even grateful already? Like, I feel like I'm already like, wow, it's amazing you're doing that. I feel like I'm so proud you're doing the effort. And offer a kind word to a friend. And it doesn't have to be a reason. So I hope you're able to practice some of these exercises. And I would like you to, I'd like to leave you with, as usual, one of my favorite quotes, which is, what you think about activates a vibration within you, from Abraham Hicks. I hope you enjoyed this podcast today, and please feel free to leave us a review. Feel free to reach us out on social media or just through comments on the podcast platform you've been listening to. Hope you have an amazing day, and especially hope you irradiate amazing vibrations.